Alright guys, I'm shooting this video in 4K, so I wanted to make it quick, but perks of owning a bog garden here on the second story. First off, I can't tell if you can see it, but there's a little gnat. We get bunches of those around here, especially around this time of year. So, as you can see, they're clearly attracted to the carnivorous plants, which is great because it keeps the gnats outdoors rather than in. Secondly, I'm not sure where it went, but we are in an area, oh there he is, we're in an area where we get tons of these little guys around this time of year. This is a zebra jumping spiders, and these are great little guys, very friendly, very curious little guys. I actually like to catch and hold these. They are an arachnid, yes, but they do not bite unless threatened. So as long as you're gentle with them, just kind of let them wander and do their thing when holding them, you know, they don't really pose a threat. So, but kick things off, we got our cape here doing fantastic. Nice bright green. We got a flower stalk coming up, so I'm just gonna let that bloom do its thing. Our spatulata here has got some wonderful blooms coming off of it. Lots and lots of stalks. As you can see, it is losing a little bit of cover due to it. I might have to trim some of these smaller ones off just to get these bigger ones blooming here. But then we've got our dragon and our B52s, and as you can see, these things were a Walmart one here. This is a Rocket Farms, and these two were Grubbler Farms from Lowe's. And as you can see, they have got some nice bright green coloration coming in. We've got our Sarracenia off over here with our purpurea or rosea. I can't tell, but it's some form of hybrid. We got some good new traps coming off of there. Finally, we're getting the starter growths coming in, as you can see there. And our, well, our scarlet bells here, as you can see. Our scarlet bell that came from Christensen's farm, local nursery, isn't doing that great, but it is a younger one. So as you see here, it does have the smaller, greener traps. But our larger one here, as you can see here, this one I got from, what was it? California Carnivores. And as you can see here, this one's got two new traps still coming in. Very large, very green, colorful looking traps. And then we've got another new one coming in right here. That came pre with a lot of these old ones cut off. I did have two larger ones that did eventually die off, so I trimmed those. We got this one here. This one's still relatively alive, but it is starting to get close to dying off, so once that dies off, I will trim that. But as it is, it doesn't need maintenance right now. Moving on here, we've got our typical. This one's starting to come back to health. It was doing pretty questionable for a while there, but as you can see now, we've got the green new traps coming in. Lots of new growth there at the rhizome. I believe this rhizome did have a split to it. Then we've got our Japanese spatula sundew with a nice single stalk there, and a secondary stalk starting to come off. This one did have one small flower bloom so far, but we do have some other ones that are blooming now. Then we've got our Filiformis, and as you see, that's got lots of dewdrops on it, lots of bright sticky dew. This one's more like a fly tape. For those that don't know, this one doesn't roll or do any special movements when it eats insects. We've got our Dente here, and our Dente is doing wonderful. And as you can see here, now that we've got the mid-spring growth coming up, we've actually got about what looks maybe like anywhere from 3, possibly 5 plants coming out of that one now, it turns out. So this one was not just a single plant. This is like 5 different splits potentially that we've got going on here. And then we do have, which one was this? This is a, which one? I got the tag right here. This is the Swaniana, and this one's got some nice bright reds coming off of it. We do have a couple new traps coming out, as you can see here. Looks like 3 4 so far. A couple dead ends that need to be trimmed. Some of this larger one's getting close to needing to be trimmed, but the Swaniana is actually doing pretty good right now as well. So yeah, these are not doing bad. They are all doing great, and they are absolutely thriving now. So hope to report back with some potentially really good growth here soon. But anyways, we will catch you all later.